Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, and 3. So Unreal Engine 5 was just released. Can everyone hear me? I need to do a mic check, mic check, mic check. Welcome to the stream. As you can see, this is Unreal Engine 5. Okay, great. So this is going to be one of the first Unreal Engine 5 streams on YouTube, so that's pretty exciting. If you released it with a nice little video to go along with it. And right here we can see it is open right now. So this is Unreal Engine 5, and the first thing you'll notice, which I think is amazing, is that now by default they hide the content browser, but you have to hold control and was okay, great. Welcome, Blender Geek. No, it's unwatchable lag. All right, so give me an update on how the stream health, the stream settings. Probably running way too much right now. Okay, I'm pausing the download right now, so are we at good health now? All right, everyone, let me know if everything's going well. Just join. Is this scene you've been making? Yeah, so this scene was a really quick mock-up I did with Quixer within Unreal Engine 4. Obviously, I didn't have time to make this with an Unreal Engine 5. And then I updated it, and the update was very simple. To update your product from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5 is just like updating from any Unreal Engine 4s. All right. Okay, good. So the issue was that, and I'll probably do a stream later tonight to go over everything, but I was downloading their demo scene, and their demo scene is like 30 gigabytes large. So then I was trying to download their scene, which probably is very large because we're using nanites now, which is vertices, which just immensely slowed down my computer. So I couldn't stream while downloading it at the same time. That's unfortunate, but that's how it is. It's smooth now. Wow, amazing. Okay, great. So here it is. And content browser. Oh no, where's the content browser? Well, we can click down here and I think we can bring it up. We can bring it up like this, or we can press control space. And I absolutely love this. So control space just like this. And let me see, did they get rid of the placement? Oh, no, okay, they didn't get, okay, so place actors is still here. So just to give us more space, more room, whenever this window right here, I always love to move it right there, just like that. So now we have this amount of real estate to work with an Unreal Engine. Hide and unhide the content browser. I mean, that's such a brilliant, like, I wonder why no one thought of that beforehand. All right, let's read the comments. Is UE5 much heavier than UE4? Let's go check it out right now. I wouldn't think so, right? So let's go to UE5. Actually, I'm gonna go to where I downloaded UE5, and we're gonna see the gigabytes. UE5 is 4.12 gigabytes. Okay, and then UE 4.26 was like 20 gigabytes, but I also have plugins involved. So right now UE5 is smaller than UE4, but that could just be my plugins. My Epic game's not updated. What GPU? I have a 3080 right now, 3080. But it should run, if you have a 1080 Ti or above, I imagine it should run. But to what quality will be varying. I can install because Epic Games has not up. Epic Games has updated within the Epic Games launcher. If we bring this up, there's a brand new UE5 tab, and in the UE5 tab, you can download the early access, and you can also download the sample project. I can't download the sample project because, as everyone knows, if you've been here, it was lagging the stream. So, how are cinematics and sequences tools looking? Are there any updates in terms of animations, cameras? What's the basic requirements of UE5? Is RTX required? No, I don't believe RTX is required because we're not doing ray tracing necessarily, right? We're using Unreal Engine's own version of Lumen, and they might be using ray tracing, but imagine that ray tracing is voxelized. So, I never truly learned how to work UE4 interfaces, as to why I'm wondering UE5 has it easier. Has it easier? If you don't see the tab, update the launcher. Okay, well, I just saw the tab immediately, so maybe my launcher updated. He looks a bit East Asian. Are they... People talk about, yes, I am East Asian. Congratulations. What's my PC specs? 3080, I think an Intel i9. So many dumb questions. So, I did not say that. Someone else in the chat said that. So here we are. Let's go check out what Niagara looks like right now. So let's Control E this. And all the shortcuts appear to be the same. Let me see if Control P is also here. Okay, so Control P. This user interface looks so much... It's so much more streamlined. I feel like Unreal Engine was something definitely out of 2013. Unreal Engine 4. And you know what this user interface reminds me of? It reminds me of Blender. So I remember when Blender did the 2.8 update. At first, I hated it because it changed everything, and I was so used to Blender 2.7. But then they updated it to Blender 2.8, and then I enjoyed it from there. So that was fine. So Niagara is the same. Oh, let's go see what Blueprints looks like. So let's Control B this. So Control and space to bring up my content browser. Right click, new folder. Let's call this one Blueprints. And we're going to create our first blueprint with an Unreal Engine 5. So right click. They changed what blueprints look like. They changed all these icons. All these icons look amazing. So let's click on this. And now, oh my gosh. Okay. Let's create an actor. Let's call BP _ hello world. Double click on this. We're going into it. Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. If you're just catching up, in case you do not know, Unreal Engine 5, the alpha, just released. What you're looking at right now is Unreal Engine 5. So very, very exciting. A brand new user interface. That's the first thing you're going to notice. So Unreal Engine 5 has two. So there's two main features on Unreal Engine 5. So besides the user interface and these two new features, Unreal Engine 5 is basically Unreal Engine 4.26 updated. So it's still kind of Unreal Engine 4. It wasn't as big as a leap from Unreal Engine 3 to Unreal Engine 4 because we could transfer over our Unreal Engine 4 projects to Unreal Engine 5. I remember when we made the transition from 3 to 4, from UDK to 4, you could not transfer everything over. It was pretty much a complete engine rewrite. So I'm going to go answer some questions right now. Your tours are amazing. Thank you very much. Let's say a game is ported from UE4 to UE5 with the new LED system. Will the game have better performance than before? That is unknown right now. I imagine you probably wouldn't even need to use nanite depending on your game. So if it's like Super Mario or something where it's a low polygon count, it wouldn't really make sense. According to you, is Lumen or UE's real-time global illumination is rasterized? I believe the majority of lumens is rasterized, but you will get some ray tracing, but that ray tracing will be voxelized. So it'll be kind of ray tracing. Lumens is a combination of screen space global illumination, virtual texturing, ray tracing. It's a combination of everything to get it. How are Cinemax as sequencer tools looking? We will go over that in just a bit. Do we need to bake light thanks to nanite? No, I don't believe so. And I wonder how nanite would work with baking light. If you're going to be baking light, you shouldn't really even be needing to use nanite since you probably have a more controlled scene. So you could just use scenes to go in and out of this. So let's go open this up. And we still have LODs. So where's nanite? We do have it. Okay, so here we have this rock right here. Okay, so LOD 0 isn't that big. Let us turn on nanite for the first time. Let's cross our fingers. Unreal Engine doesn't crash. Auto apply changes so we get the precision. Spill into mesh distance fields. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Is there a big learning curve to move from UE4 to UE5? There is zero learning curve. I just opened it up. Again, the leap from UE4 to UE5 will not be as big as the leap from UE3 to UE4. It just simply won't be. There's too much of an ecosystem around UE4 right now. And UE5 is, I mean, this is just, it's just better UE4. That's what I would say. Okay, so as we can see, we can tell this mesh is nanite because it is darker than the rest when we go into wireframe view. So let me see, do we have a nanite debugger? We do have nanite visualization. We're gonna go to triangles. So okay, so there we go. This is nanite. This is nanite. Let's get a pog in the chat. So I'm gonna zoom out. And as we can see, it is dynamically. So this is not LODs. This is mega scans. And as I zoom out, maybe you can see it in the stream. Hopefully you can. It loses. It loses triangles. But then when we come back up, everything is okay. So, wow. This is nanite. So obviously, this mesh was pretty low to begin with because I didn't import a large mega scans asset. According to Epic Games, we no longer need the bridge. We no longer need bridge to be a separate application. Now, Bridge is built into Unreal Engine 5, which is great, because one of the big issues people was having with the beginner tutorials within Unreal Engine 4 is they couldn't get Bridge to working, because Bridge is just a headache. It's always glitchy. It's always being updated. But now, Bridge is built into Unreal Engine 5. Let's go see if we can find where it is. So they moved the tools up here. We have to activate brush editing. So, I'm confused at why they still have brush. Brush editing should be removed eventually. From my understanding, brush editing will be removed. And instead we can use mesh creation. And it looks like, so we have place actors right here, but we can also place actors with the create button up here. Okay. And we're going to check out cinematics in just a bit. Let me go check out the comments. That's big. Ridge is a pain in the arse. Yes, it is. Just came from Thomas. It's in content. Bridge. So let's go control space. Alrighty. In case you are just joining now, Unreal Engine 5, the alpha just released. I highly encourage you to watch Unreal Engine 4's video. It was about 15 minutes. I'm surprised. I think they just dropped the alpha like that. If you open up your Unreal Engine tab, all of a sudden UE5 will come here. Make sure you download the new launcher, and you have it. I was downloading their example map, the Valley of the Ancients, but then the stream hit the bed, so we'll just be within this scene right here. Now, let's go enable lumens. So, we're going to go search for lumens. This is the search for lumens. To make sure that we are getting global illumination, I'm going to drag in a spear, just like this. And we're going to go increase the size. So I always like to do this whenever I'm trying to work with global illumination in any project. And that is create a massive spear. And let's make this spear red. So this is going to be our first material. Right click, new material, M_red. And okay. I believe tessellation's still here. Tessellation will be removed. Tessellation will be removed eventually. They're replacing tessellation with nanite, so I'm going to be experimenting all day and see what they meant by that. Some people were like, wait, nanite isn't supposed to be a replacement for tessellation. Well, that was according to one of the Unreal Engine developers within the forum. So let's give it a specular of, okay, I'm just going to leave it at 0.5. And let's make this roughness completely rough with 1. Like this. Save. Now within camp. Control and space. So they started hiding the control. That's so smart. I love it. Control space. Hide, unhide. Drag it in. Just like this. And it appears, if we go into lighting only, we have no global illumination. So the search for lumens begins. Welcome everyone to the stream. 1696. Congratulations. I'm going to answer questions in just a bit. But keep in mind that I am releasing the Unreal Masterclass. So today the price will be $197, but it will be raised to $257 probably Friday or Saturday right now, and all the course will be dropped tomorrow. So keep in mind, do not freak out. This isn't a pay-to-win channel. My best content, and I shouldn't be saying this because I'm trying to sell it, but my best content will always be on YouTube. Essentially what the Unreal Masterclass goes over is we're just going to go over some of the fundamental ideas, especially around programming, that I wouldn't be able to go over on the channel. So some of the really boring stuff, but important stuff that just simply wouldn't get views or wouldn't make sense to post on the channel. So that is what I am releasing. You can go and click on the link in the description. Everything will be updated to Unreal Engine 5. I have a lot of work to do, and I am remaking, we are going to remake the Unreal Engine 5 beginner tutorial course. Also, I'm going to do one for Blender users too, and I'm going to do one for Unreal Engine 4 users. That's how Unreal Engine 4 users will know what the new features of Unreal Engine 5 are. There is zero learning curve between Unreal Engine 4 and Unreal Engine 5. There is no difference. Welcome to the chat, everyone. Welcome to the chat. I wonder what ArcViz is going to be like. I imagine not that different. I imagine if there's one industry that won't change necessarily, it will be ArcViz. Because either way with ArcViz, you'll be using baked lighting. Because why not? Of course you'd use baked lighting. I don't think lumens would be that big of a difference. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. There is a link in the description. I wonder, is C++ still the main scripting language? Yes, C++ is still the main scripting language, but they're also adding in a new scripting language that is going to be like an intermediary between Blueprints and C++. And that language is, I believe, is .verse. Because Unreal Engine is trying to make a metaverse. You know that if you play Fortnite, Fortnite is... I don't. All of our friends do, but Fortnite is... Fortnite has been trying to make the metaverse, trying to connect different cinematic universes. You have your Deadpool in there and everything. God, I love the new UI. It is sexy. Can't use physics on nanites. Yes. Okay, so nanite is great for rocks. It's great for static objects. It's not good for foliage. It's not good for interactable objects. This is why within Unreal Engine 5's demo that they just released, their entire place is a desert. There's barely any foliage because nanite is meant to get high quality cinematic assets with those rocks, not for trees, not for interactive meshes, not for meshes that move. So if you have a movable mesh like a player character, or if you have your foliage, don't expect nanite to make that big of a difference. Tell again the language name. Verse. So D.verse. Verse. So that will be the new scripting language. I really like how the new IDE looks. I wouldn't say this is not an integrated developer environment, but it is a UI, so the UI is good. When I press the start button, nothing happens. The boss uses nanite in the demo. Can't wait until the devs make games on this. They're already making games on this. Unreal Engine 5 has been used at Sony Interactive. I know that for a fact. And I think the next Senua Sacrifice, I'm pronouncing that terribly, but that was also made on Unreal Engine 5. Are there any changes to the water system? No. So the water system is still in beta. It's still going to be used. So I'm not using the water system right now. Since the water system keeps glitching on me, I just gave up. This water right here, it is simply the water plane. It's just a very simple water plane that I made. And then I added a planar reflection to get those reflections of the sky. Okay. Should I continue to learn UE4 or start with UE5 Alpha? 100%, 200% learn UE4. Now, I'm going to start making tutorials on UE5 from now on, because UE4 will be out of date. But UE4 is UE5. Please don't just. I mean, you can learn on UE5. That's fine. But UE4 and UE5, same concepts apply to everything. Can you recreate the cave from the first UE5 demo? It would be quite challenging. That'll be a plan. Yes. Is Lumen available for Android? Probably not. No. I imagine Lumens won't be. It will continue to be a free UE4 in terms of financial. Yes, it will. If you wanted to make a giant serpent, could you use nanite for the 1,000 of scales and plates? No, because the serpent would be movable. That would be a skeletal mesh. You cannot use nanite. Nanite is for rocks. Rocks and static objects that do not move. It does not use foliage. Do we need a good computer to run the demo Epic made? Most likely, probably. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is only object animation. So beforehand with sequencer was pretty much only used for, let's actually create a cinematic right now. So let's add a level sequence, and we're just gonna call this a new level sequence, just like this. And it appears that there is no change. So I'm just gonna dock it here, right click, and let us collapse to tab wall. They're calling it a tab wall? Okay, wait. Let's go play with the user interface for a bit. So imagine there is no change to sequencer. But beforehand with sequencer, and I don't want that monitor to fall. Beforehand with sequencer, you would get a camera, and you could pretty much only animate how objects move. But now with control rig, which they added in 4.26, and they went over it within the video, you can now animate individual bones and can create your own control rig. So create your own rig, just like how you would create a rig in Maya or Blender, and control that rig within Unreal Engine. So that means we could go through and animate entire characters within Unreal Engine itself. We don't have to rely on Blender. We don't have to rely on Maya, which is great. So we're going to play, and let me go click on this light right here. And now let's go to details. Let's us type in lumens. If anyone in the chat knows where lumens is currently located, that would be great. In case you're just joining, welcome to the first Unreal Sensei stream. We are going over the new Unreal Engine 5 alpha release that was just released. Link in the description is a link to the masterclass and all the videos. It's on sale right now, $197. It's the lowest it will ever be. The masterclass is in alpha. And we go over the fundamentals of Unreal Engine, specifically with a focus on blueprint design, because blueprints is something that doesn't really get views on the channel. Just join. Is there an option to animate the character with FK? Yes, totally. You can use, forward kinematics. I believe that's what it's called. Do you think games using nanites with the highest quality assets would have file sizes as large as 200 to 400 gigabytes? Because the first demo which was shown was quite large. Yes, I would. It would be that big, because we're no longer just using static meshes. We're using like pixels the depth of 1 centimeter. That's insane. What happened to its engine? Yeah, wait. Unreal Engine 4 looks different now. Is it possible to package? Probably. I imagine. Is Verse accessible with the early release? I do not know yet. The only reason why I know it is Verse is because I was watching a stream, and then they went over Unreal Fortnite's new modding tools, and then they went over a new scripting, and then I paused it right there. I zoomed in on the video, and then I saw their file was called .verse. So that's what that's where I got the name for Verse scripting language. Also, that makes sense since every company is trying to make a metaverse. Do you think UE5 is ready to do ArcViz? Yes. I mean, but if you're doing ArcViz, I don't think UE5 would have that big of an improvement to architectural visualization. You probably won't use lumens, because you might as well just stick with baked lighting as it is. Also, I don't think, maybe nanite would be good, especially for like an outdoor scene with a lot of rocks. But most of the time in ArcViz, especially interior designs, we're going to have a flat wall like this. 4 vertices. If you have a plane with 4 vertices, don't use nanites. Your website isn't opening for me. Is it up? It is the Unreal Sensei Academy / Masterclass. Keep in mind, this is still very early access. It's $197. It's the lowest price so it will ever be. There's already a ton of videos. Everything will be updated for Unreal Engine 5. It's like Christmas, a new toy. It is. Nanite works on landscape. I believe Nanite will work on landscape because Nanite's landscape is supposed to replace tessellation. The design looks fire. I mean, literal fire right there. But keep in mind, this was a very quick scene I created just as a demo for the masterclass. And in the masterclass, I go over how you could create this little flame right here. This little flamey boy. But do not worry, do not worry. My best content is free on this channel. I shouldn't be saying that, but it is. I try to keep the best content free. I just need to monetize this somehow because I'm not monetizing. Physics. The user interface will improve or stay that way. I believe the user interface will stay that way. The user interface isn't something that you would change before release. I don't believe that much stuff will be changing before the actual full release of Unreal Engine 5. They just need to make sure some of the small kinks are worked out before we jump into bigger things. Please make a tutorial on Control Rig. That is planned. That is planned. I love... I've been using Control Rig for my own personal projects, and it's amazing. Any changes to the post-processing stack? Maybe, maybe not. Let's go check out the post-process volume. Let's see. Oh, maybe Lumens is in the post-process volume. Maybe it is. Okay, everything looking the same. Lumens, global lumen. We have it. We have it. We found it. Okay, so beforehand I was using screen space project settings. I'm going to turn off SSGI. Okay, so they removed SSGI. That makes sense because SSGI was kind of like a beta of Lumens. So, we're turning on Lumens. Final gather quality. Nothing has changed. Let's go check out our... So right now we're at a low... Here's what I'm going to do. So... I'm using a planar reflection right now for the water. Planar reflection is very, very not performant. As we can see, I'm hovering around 65 FPS. If I press H and hide this, now we're at 120 FPS, but the reflections look like shit. As you can see, we get those little lines at the corners. But planar reflections, not very performant. Because what a planar reflection does is it literally renders your scene twice. So I'm turning that off right now to give us a better understanding of Lumen's performance. Now, if we go back into our post-process volume, just right here, let's go find Lumens and let's check this method. Alrighty, boys and girls. We have real-time global illumination. This is Lumens right now. As we can see, this red sphere, and I picked red because red is the color that reflects the most, so it's the best being able to see. We have that look at this. We have real-time global illumination. We did it. We did it. I remember in Unreal Engine 3, they made a big deal before the release. Real-time global illumination, real-time global illumination. It never came out. They couldn't get it working. Now they did. Great. About to tear up. Deforming, you mean... I'm a Unity dev, but also with a huge background with C++. Should I check out the new Unreal Engine? And does it seem fun? Does it seem fun? I mean, I'm guessing it seems fun. Yes, if you're a Unity dev, the only reason why I would use Unity is if you're like developing a very small app like Flappy Birds. I'm sorry, but that's the only reason why. Unreal Engine 5 does everything 100 times better. Unreal Engine 5 comes with more free assets. Why would you not switch over to Unreal Engine 5? But also, I'm biased because you can see the name of this channel. It's Unreal Engine. But also, I'm not tied to Unreal Engine. I've also been using Omniverse, and I might start a new channel to go over NVIDIA's Omniverse, which is NVIDIA's own version of Unreal Engine. So it's like their own, dare I say, competitor. But, so I'm not tied down to any program, but just objectively speaking, Unity, I wouldn't use Unity. I'd use Unreal Engine or even Omniverse. Can you give us any teaser to any games or games you're making or projects? So I launched a virtual influencer, and I'll be going over that soon. So I launched a virtual influencer. It's a virtual character, and it's gained 200,000 followers on TikTok. It's like gamer humor stuff, but I'll probably go over how I create that virtual influencer. If you're familiar with CodeMiko, exact same technology. I might even make a tutorial on it. So that's one project I've been working on. Another one is that I'm going to remake Minecraft in Unreal Engine 5, so stay tuned for that. How much will Lumen and 9.8 change graphics in games and game developing? Pretty substantially. Welcome. If you're right now joining this stream, this is Unreal Engine 5. It was just released. The alpha was just released. Go ahead and check it out. We are right now using Nanite on the static mesh and using lumens. Nanites and lumens are the two big features of Unreal Engine 5. Besides that, I'd say Unreal Engine 5 is just a very substantial update to Unreal Engine 4, so there is no learning curve. Unreal Engine 4 tutorials will apply to Unreal Engine 5 tutorials. And if I hold down Control and Space, we bring up the content browser. Content browser is hidden by default, which I think is fine because you only need content browser sometimes. And if I'm in a blueprint, I don't need to navigate to content browser. Here's a shortcut. If you hold down Control and P at the same time, you can search everything. So we can go red and we can find that red material we created. So Control and P is a shortcut to bring up the content browser within any window. Also, if you don't like pressing Control and Space, I believe we could click on Dock and Layout. And now we get back the content browser to its original location. But my personal opinion, I prefer to use Control and Space. So I'm going to middle mouse button and get rid of that window just right there. So Unreal Engine 5, amazing. Amazing. 4,700 viewers. I believe we are the largest Unreal Engine 5 stream right now. So thank you, everyone. We're going over everything. This is my first impressions of the engine. And so far, it's amazing. And it looks like Lumen's performance. So we went down from 120 frames to about 100 frames. So it's not that bad. Also, we can see that, okay, so we can also do screen space and ray trace global illumination is deprecated. Use Lumen global illumination instead. That's interesting. So if they think it's as good as ray trace global illumination and they're deprecating it to use lumens, I mean, that's really ballsy. That means they're saying lumens is just as good as your traditional ray tracing. Ooh, that's ballsy. Also, keep in mind, let me know. I just released the Unreal Sensei Academy, and we have the Unreal Engine Masterclass. So you type in unrealsenseiacademy.com. It should bring it up. And then if we click on Masterclass, this is the Unreal Sensei Masterclass. We go over a lot of the fundamentals and some of the stuff that I just simply can't go over on the YouTube channel because it wouldn't get views. Like really diving deep into blueprints and programming. If you notice on this channel, I don't really go over blueprints that much. That's because blueprints are very complicated and it's a very steep learning curve. If I were to make a proper blueprint tutorial, it has to be 10 hours long, which is why I have the Unreal Masterclass that you can get right now. It's $197 today only, today and maybe tomorrow. That price is going to change. It's the lowest it will ever be. And it's also early access, so this price will keep on rising and rising and rising. So you could get it hopefully right now. Hopefully everything's working. If it's not, then just double check the website later on today. But do not worry. My best content, beginner tutorials, we're going to go over sky and atmosphere. We're going to go over creating a dynamic day and night system, first-person characters. My best content will be on this channel. And I shouldn't be saying that because I'm trying to sell you this course right here, but it's true. My best content will be on this channel. So do not worry if you can't afford it. That's fine by me. You can still learn. You can still get all your information elsewhere. So, Lumen is software-based. Ray tracing. So everyone asking, no, you don't need RTX GPU. Yes, I mean, that's what I've been saying. They wouldn't. If you have AMD, then you could use lumens. Unreal Epic Games, that would be terrible of them to try to hide it behind a RTX card. Also, NVIDIA is creating their own competitor to Unreal Engine called NVIDIA Omniverse. Do we not need normal maps anymore with nanites? 100% you need normal maps. 100%. Now, maybe with some nanite assets, you don't need a normal map. But if you don't need a normal map for your nanite asset, then that means your asset will be 2 million, 3 million polygons. Okay? You still need normal maps. Just because we have nanite doesn't mean normal maps are gone. Especially since nanite, it's an optional feature. It's optional. You can use it if you want. As you can see, we have nanite on this rock right here. So we can go into views and we have nanite visualization. We go to overview. just like this. So we get a nice process, and we can see all what Nanite is doing behind the scenes. And if we zoom out, we can see that those polygons are going smaller and smaller. So we have one poly per vertex pretty much right now. But when I imported this asset, it wasn't a cinema quality. It was pretty much game quality. So I wouldn't really say it's making that big of a difference right now, but don't get rid of your normal maps. Like the video for 1K live. Thank you. So, oh, the 1,000 people? Great. This is way better than incredibly hitting ray trace. Yes, ray tracing. I went over ray tracing in the masterclass because I feel like it's not. It's very specific oriented. You need an RTX card. I used to use a 1080 Ti. Within my first couple videos, I was using 1080 Ti. Ray tracing was no good. Ray tracing reflections was okay, but ray tracing overall was no good. What is going on? What's going on? We're in Unreal Engine 5. That's what's happening. We're using Unreal Engine 5. So let's go update a much larger project. So I'm remaking the Unreal Engine beginner tutorial for Unreal Engine 5. So we're getting a sneak peek at the new environment. Everyone can give me their constructive techniques. Hi, Sensei. Welcome. Chaos physics? Question mark? Well, yeah. I mean, they'll still use chaos physics. Does the ray trace shadows and reflections still work? Are here and yes. Okay, so it makes sense that they would be getting rid of ray trace global illumination because that was the most expensive ray tracing. But it wouldn't make sense for them to get rid of ray tracing reflections, ray tracing shadows, some things that you need pure ray tracing for. So if we go into our post-process volume, so I know it says deprecated, ray trace is being removed for global illumination. Now if I come all the way down here, reflections method, lumens. Okay, lumens is also handling reflections. Ray tracing will be deprecated for reflections. This is very... The ball's on Epic Games right now. That's very, I don't know how I feel with that. Let's go see what the reflection is like real quickly. So I'm gonna hold down Alt. Let's duplicate this. Control Space to bring up our content browser. Control W. And let's call this mirror ball. So we're gonna create a pure mirror. And let's see how lumens handles reflections compared to ray tracing. So we'll go in between the two. Of course, for a pure mirror, let's make this white. And then for specular, let's keep this at 0.5 roughness. Roughness is 0. We need to make this pure metallic with a 1. Now we have a mirror ball. Okay. Drag it onto it just like this. And okay, so apparently this is Lumen's reflection. Welcome everyone to the stream. Unreal Engine 5 is out. This is exciting. Unfortunately, I had to pause the download of the example map that they gave out because that example map is 30 gigabytes. It's huge, and I can't stream while downloading at the same time. My stream hit the fan. So ray trace reflections. So we're on lumens right now. Let's go to none. Okay, so this was before. Wait, do I have a... Okay, let me go add in a ray trace or reflection capture. So this was reflections method. So this is screen space. This is none. This is lumens. This is lumens reflections. Now let's increase the quality. Right now we're at 1. That's what 0 looks like. Let's see what 10 looks like. That's 10. 50. No, I mean, I imagine, let's go see what's max. So 1 to 2. Also, it looks like we're also overlaying screen space reflections still. So it looks like screen space reflections are being also overridden onto lumens. Actually, no, it's not. I'm not even using screen space reflections. Oh, it looks like they... Okay, let's go to ray tracing. And it looks like ray trace isn't even working right now for Unreal Engine 5. So yeah, they are deprecating this. Let's go max bounce. Let's maybe make that to 2. Let me go check out the project settings. So edit. So they removed project settings. You can no longer just select it up here. I think you need to go to edit project settings, and now you have it. So let's look up ray trace. And let's go support hardware ray tracing. Yep. And ray trace shadows. Okay, actually I'm not gonna enable it. I don't want to wait for the compile time because I want to update one of my scenes. So one of the scenes I specifically want to update is, and we'll compare the two. So we'll compare a scene within normal Unreal Engine, and then we'll compare a scene within the old one. So let's go open up Epic Games. That doesn't look great. Yeah, I mean, again, keep in mind, this is still alpha. The new UI is sick. It is. Have you gone over the audio overhaul? No, I'm not an audio fiend. I'm not an audiophile. That's something that I don't have interest in going over Unreal Engine audio. That's not something I do, but like there's plenty of channels. There's one channel that I found. It's really good for audio. When I find what the channel is again, I will link to it. They exclusively focus on Unreal Engine audio. Hide the webcam. I'm sorry you do not like my face. I will go ahead and decrease the space of this webcam. Give me 2 seconds. Right here. I'm a little box in the corner right now. I forgot how to cut within OBS. I believe if we, and let's go make Unreal Engine completely big. Right click, set color. All right, I forgot to do that. No, I'll be in the corner right now. If I zoom up, I'll just remember that I have my face in here. Restart required to apply new settings. Let us restart later. Glass and Unreal? Maybe. Hey, Chinese guy, can I get a number? I don't know what that means. I want to learn complete Unreal Engine. Please tell from where I can. Well, okay, so I have right now 2 tutorials are up on my channel. Unreal Engine 4 beginner tutorial and Unreal Engine 4 Blender beginner tutorial. Please, you can check those out. So check those out. You can learn right there. Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, there isn't that big of a learning curve, but I will be remaking my Unreal Engine 5 beginner tutorial for Unreal Engine 4. We will go over it right here. So I'm going to open up my content browser, and I want to go ahead and update. Let me see where it is. So it's Creek 02, so I'm going to show in folder real quickly. And I'm just going to duplicate this folder. That's how I don't break it, because that would suck. When I'm updating a project from one project to another, I make sure to save that old original project, because if I don't, then it's just going to, you can lose all your data, and Unreal Engine 5 is in beta. I don't want to lose my project. Can you make it another corner we can see parameters? Yeah, I'm not playing with parameters there, but right here makes sense. There you go. And it makes more sense because I'm looking at my screen this way, and it is right there. All right. Have you added the new scripting language support verse? No, not yet. Not yet. I've not played with it. Do you think the games that will come out during the first year use of the new engine will take advantage of it? Most likely. Sony's already using it. That's what I know. And now that we have it, let's call this, I'm just going to call this something new. And let's go open up this Creek and see what it looks like within Unreal Engine 4. Will you make a UE5 tutorial? 100%. I'll be making 2 tutorials immediately. One will be a remake of the beginner tutorial series, but specifically for Unreal Engine 5. So we'll start off with Unreal Engine 5. The next one will be an updated version. So how to transition from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, and eventually the Unreal Engine 5 beginner tutorial for Blender users, because I'm a Blender user. I want to support you guys. Will also come out. So we got 3 videos already planned. Also, keep in mind that I just released the Unreal Sensei Masterclass. You can see link in the description below. Wear your mask. I know I'm not social distancing. I'm not social distancing right now. My bad. Someone needs to get kicked. Yes, don't spam. Don't spam. You're in timeout, boy. Do you have any estimated time of official release of UE5? Early 2022. That's the official information. So here I have the scene that we're gonna be remaking. We're gonna make the scene in the Unreal Engine 5 beginner tutorial. We also make the scene in Unreal Engine 4 for the master class, but that's just a little demo. This scene was meant for Unreal Engine 5. So I'm gonna transfer this scene over to Unreal Engine 5 right now. We will go through the complete process and we'll see what is wrong with this scene once we transfer it over. So I'm gonna hit X for that. And now, what will be the total space of UE5 in disk? Right now, this is 12 gigabytes. What about Datasmith exporter? I imagine it will be updated too. I don't really use Datasmith right now. Can you stat RHI from console? Not yet, not yet. That's some wild stuff. I don't, here, just real quickly, if I go Control and H, we get 100 frames per second. It's not that bad, but then again, I'm on a 3080 right now. So I have Lumens activated and I have Nanite activated for this one rock right here. Now, Lumens is activated right now because when I scale this up, look at that red global illumination. Look at this. Look at this. It's unholy. It is unholy. So, and welcome. This is the first stream of Unreal Engine 5. This is the first stream of Unreal Sensei. This is my first stream, so congratulations. Welcome, you're here. Already I noticed a glitch, and that is this box right here. What's happening? Okay, so... Okay, that was gone. It was giving me the UI for moving user interfaces around, so... Small glitch, nothing to worry about. Let's go launch Unreal Engine 5. If I come here... Let's go launch it. So the launcher for UE5 has been completely changed. It's been overhauled. It looks a lot nicer from Unreal Engine 4's launcher. So we're going to be bringing that up real quickly. And then we're going to update my scene. Okay. So here we are. Welcome to the Unreal Engine 5 launcher. Now, let's go find where it is. Creek UE5 right there. And we're going to go update this in place. So let's see if we break Unreal Engine 5. Okay. More options. Convert in place. There is no learning curve between UE4 and UE5. It's the same thing. Okay, that was surprisingly quick. Control in space. Let me go to maps. Also, okay. So they have your filters. Of course, we're just gonna filter out all my levels. Dismiss. Let's go update the project files. And let's go Creek Final. So moment of truth is right now updating the scene. We are transferring over a scene from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. And it ran not over 90 FPS. I converted them back to static mesh. My FPS was at 2 then. Crashed. Will this stream be saved on the channel? Sub already. I don't believe so, because the issue with keeping streams on the channel is that it lowers viewer attention and it brings your channel down in the algorithm. What I will do is probably make this private and allow people of the newsletter to look over it. Okay. May the shaders compile. I noticed a couple glitches right here. Did the normals flip? Okay, it is lagging. It's not very fast right now. Hopefully the stream isn't lagging too. Does your course have subtitles for other languages such as Portuguese? No, it does not. I'm sorry. If the course expands, I will pay for subtitles from other people. Like, if it gets bigger. But right now, it's English only. There's no CCs. Is there a Bridge plugin yet? I believe, so here's a big thing. Bridge has always been a separate program. Now, with Unreal Engine 5, it's been a hassle. That was the biggest issue what I had, was that people didn't know how to integrate Bridge because it was a hassle. Now, Bridge is apparently built into Unreal Engine 5. So we will be searching for Bridge. It's not... Please use green screen UI. The shaders are compiling right now. Can you try adjusting the angle of the sun? Eventually. But we gotta wait for the shaders to compile. 19% right now. Linux editor, I don't know. UE5 is incredible. Yes, it is. This is absolutely amazing. So we're at 1,000 viewers. Pog chat, what CPU are you using? I'm using an i9 right now. No more large stickers saying shaders compiling negative 11. Yeah, I don't know why. Unreal had a glitch for the longest time where when it compiled shaders, it would go like negative 100, and that just doesn't make sense. I don't know how there's negative of shaders to compile. I thought that's just like how many shaders to compile. Which Unreal Engine version wins? Is that even a question? Unreal Engine 5, does DLSS work out of box? I don't know. I don't know. Hey man, have a good stream. You too. And a new scripting language. Yes, there's a new scripting language right now called Verse. Verse is an intermediary between Unreal Engine 5 and Unreal Engine 4. I mean, between Blueprints and C++. So, if you don't like how complicated C++ is, but you still want to code, that's what Verse is for. It's for Unreal Engine's own scripting language. Which should... I don't think that they have any videos on it now, but they will be having it soon, and we will go over that. But we won't go over it within the beginner tutorial series I am remaking right now. We will only go over Blueprints, and even then Blueprints very briefly. Will UE5 struggle like UE4 did with 100 plus player multiplayer? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know yet. Fortnite could do 100 plus. And keep in mind, when you're doing multiplayer on that scale, it's all about optimization. If it's struggling, you need to optimize your game. Will 4.25 project open and work on UE5? Yes, I imagine you can still update it. Yeah, it should. So this was a 4.26 project that I'm updating right now for Unreal Engine 5. So we're in Unreal Engine 5 right now. This is a 4.26 project. Will they integrate NVIDIA Waterworks with the editor? No. No, they will not. Can you stat hours? When will Unreal Engine 5 course be? This dude, yo, you're on timeout again. Bad boy. But again, you're excited. So am I. Ideally next week. Max Monday. This Monday it will be available. Ideally Saturday it will be available. I'll be recording all day. I'll be recording all tomorrow. I have a lot of content I need to push out. I won't get any sleep for 4 days. So you're in timeout. Hands-on verse. No. But I imagine it's kind of like, people are saying it's kind of like Lua or it's kind of like Python. I imagine it's definitely going to be a lot easier than C++ Unreal Engine. If you've ever coded in C++ and Unreal Engine, their API is very weird. Please teach us C++ in the next video. I mean, if I'm going to teach C++, okay, that's like a 20-hour long course. Eventually, somehow I will get to it. It might be paid for. It might be on the channel. Eventually, I'll do C++, but we don't know. You're a naughty boy, says Peacemaster. Maybe. Yes, cinematics works as normal. Cinematics is better than ever. Control Rig works right out of the box with Unreal Engine 5. Control Rig allows us to rig our characters directly within Unreal Engine. So we can rig their characters in Unreal Engine and stuff. We don't need to go through Maya. We don't need to go through Blender. And we can animate those characters using Cinematic Sequencer just before. Are Twinmotion compatible with UE5? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I imagine eventually there will be a converter between Twinmotion and Unreal Engine 5, just like how there's a converter between Twinmotion and Unreal Engine 4. Keep in mind, Twinmotion, the reason why I don't teach Twinmotion is because Twinmotion is like baby's first step into Unreal Engine 4. I'd rather just use Unreal Engine 4. Twinmotion is an abstraction layer of Unreal Engine. Why do that when you could just do whatever? When you could just use Unreal Engine directly. RTX 3070 is good for UE5. Yes, 100% it is. Yes, RTX 3070 is great. In fact, the minimum specs for the Unreal Engine 5 demo that they showed exactly 1 year ago, they said the minimum GPU you need to run this at a solid 30 FPS was an RTX 3070, so you are right at the ballpark. Is it safe to use my own project right now for production? No. No, Unreal Engine 5 shouldn't be used for production right now, although it's working great. Which graphics card are you using? I'm using a 3080. Now, I just got, this is going to be a little bit of a flex. I just got a 3090, so I'll be upgrading. Actually, I got this, and it doesn't even fit in my computer. It doesn't even fit in my computer, so I need to make a new computer soon. Getting ready for Unreal Engine 5. We got to get on that hype. Is Chaos integrated into this version? Revit, Twinmotion, Unreal Engine. Says Torsten. Yes, I mean, no, I mean, that could be the workflow. Or you could just go to Revit directly into Unreal Engine using Datasmith. So that's one option too. If you know Unreal Engine, I wouldn't even bother with Twinmotion. I don't know why you don't have to go through that. Have you shown the inbuilt bridge of UE5? Because I can late. Where is it? Where is bridge? Is it a plugin? Okay, well, there's not even any. So bridge is built in. Bridge is built in by default, so that's amazing. We don't have to go through the hassle of downloading bridge again. But if someone could tell me where it is. Okay, here we are. I just updated the version. It still has to compile some shaders, so maybe this is wrong. So first thing I will notice from updating the scene from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5 is that number one, it works. It doesn't look like there's any really bad glitches. But number two, it looks like my clouds disappeared. Sad. And it also looks like our mesh distance field our mesh distance field ambient occlusion also disappeared. So maybe do I have to regenerate all the distance fields, or did they deactivate that within the post processing? So I'm gonna go turn on Lumen soon. Which should I learn first? UE5, UE4, UE5? UE5, might as well. UE5 is out. But also, if you learn UE4 right now, UE4 tutorials are still relevant. Stuff has been moved around. Maybe some stuff will be different, but they're still very relevant. It's like how Blender 2.7 tutorials are still somewhat relevant to 2.8. They move stuff around, but you can still use it. Can I use Lumen in my GTX 1650 card? Most likely, yes. Can you share the project shown in live, please? This one? No, because number one, this project is 15 gigabytes large. We will be recreating this project in the Unreal Engine 5 beginner tutorial, which should be releasing this weekend. I'll be staying up all night. I'll be recording it. I'll get it out to the people, the Unreal Engine 5 beginner tutorial. It'll be 4 hours, 5 hours long like the previous one. And it will be fun. You can go ahead and check it out. Use green screen behind your webcam. Cover stream area too much. I mean, I don't have a green screen. So no, that's not. This small space right here, it's not covering anything except when I go control space and I bring this up. So no, I don't think it's covering anything right now. How to enable lumens. Here we go. Let's enable lumens on this project. Let's see what's happening. So right now, if I hold down Control and H, we can see that I am 60 frames per second. So one of the worst and detrimental things you could do to your frames is adding in a reflection, planar reflection. Planar reflections will render your scene twice. So I have a planar reflection in here right now, and I'm just going to delete it, but I like the way it looks. So now that boosted my reflection from 60 to 120. So now we're at 120 frames. We're going to go into post-process volume. Within here, we're going to scroll all the way down, and we see we have global illumination. Method is lumens. I'm going to click on this. Now lumens has been enabled. This is before, and this is after. Before and after. I'm not really noticing that big of a difference. Let's go right here. So no lumens, with lumens. All right, not looking too hot, not looking too hot. Screen space global illumination looks better than this. I think maybe we have to maybe we have to adjust some settings within the lighting. So let's go directional light. Let's see if there's some new settings within the directional light right now. Maybe they broke some stuff. Volumetric scattering intensity. So I noticed lumens is adding in some weird reflections. Let us look at our skylight and see if there are options available there. 1, cast volumetric shadows. Oh no, the glitches. Welcome to Unreal Engine 5 Alpha. But doesn't matter, I'll still be making a tutorial on it. It'll be an alpha, and then I'll remake all the tutorials when Unreal Engine 5 is officially released. Alright, so looks like our reflections are broken with lumens right now. This is terrible. Let's go, and I can... So maybe, let's go to post-process real quickly. So right now, our reflections is set to lumens. Okay, so that was an issue because our reflections are none. So when it's none, but it seems like that those reflections are fixed as soon as I switch to lumens for the reflection. So now it looks like that issue is fixed. So I don't think that, I'm not getting that much ray trace right now. Let's go ray tracing. Or I'm not getting that much global illumination. It looks like that's not making a difference. Indirect lighting color, indirect lighting intensity. Okay, it looks like lumens isn't working on this scene. Now, lumens was working on this scene we have right here. Because if I drag this boy out, let's go increase our mirror ball within content. I'm going to drag the red. We can see this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful global illumination. Lumens for all of us to behold. Behold, lumens. Thank you, Unreal Engine gods. Thank you, Tim Sweeney. UI is cleaner, but more functional. Yes, this is the new user interface. Have you already changed the 2 settings in your project settings for lumens? I just did. Enable nanites. Yes, we have, so nanites only make sense if you're doing like a very high density cinematic quality mesh. So I did enable nanites on this boy right here, this mesh. So if we go to detail lighting, we can see nanite visualization. We can go to overview and we can see a visualization of that nanite. Especially up here, we can see how nanite is dividing this mesh into different clusters. So if I zoom out right now, we can see that my triangles decrease, especially in the top left-hand corner of that mesh. Actually, let me go into nanite visualization and let's only see the triangles right now. So zooming out, you can see they keep on decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. 1 triangle per pixel. And then when I zoom in, they increase. Just like that. So lumens is enabled. Lumens is amazing, but keep in mind lumens should only work for very static meshes, such as rocks, which is why Unreal Engine's example project that they just released, highly recommend you check it out. You can download it right now. Within their example project, they're literally, it's all rocks, it's all desert, because that's the best way to get across lumens. It says lumens will not work for your skeletal meshes, your characters, your foliage, your swaying branches. It just simply won't work for that. It's for static meshes, and it can also be used for landscapes. So I'm gonna go and experiment to see how I can use that landscape with lumens. Where do we download it? Within the Unreal Engine content, you want to go and update right here. So update this. There'll be a new UE5 tab. Voila. This is where you download it. When would you use LODs over nanites? As I said, for trees and characters, and if you're, let's say you're not on a very strong console, you're developing for Switch, PS3, iPhone, Android, then just stick with LODs. Or even if you don't need to use lumens, don't use lumens. If you're trying to get cinematic quality rocks, cinematic quality static meshes that aren't swaying in the wind, then use lumens. But otherwise, you can still stick with LODs. LODs are fine. Top left content tab. Of what? So let's go control space. Oh, this is how you. So long are the days that we would have to download bridge programming, a separate program, to get in our Unreal Engine 5 assets. Now I can click on Add Quixel Content. Gotta allow access to Node.js. And this is not a separate program. This is within Unreal Engine. We can download our assets directly within. This is what I want to see. This is what I wanted to see. So let's go download this. Oh, we have some options. We have the option for nanites. Okay, so let's see how long this takes. All right, let's sign in. Signing in with Epic Games. And I forgot my password. But I'll be streaming in a couple of hours. I'll be streaming tonight, probably around 7 PST, where we will go over and we will completely, absolutely dissect the sample project they have right there. So here it is. Also keep in mind that this stream will be deleted later. Oh, it won't be, it'll be hidden. But I'll give out in the newsletter, I'll give out a link to this stream. That's how you can still see it. Your memory is not ideal. I use, yeah. I just drag and drop. Yeah, and then just drag and drop. So what yes. Yeah. Yeah, because if you go into your settings within here, we get a brand new. So this is the here we are. So this is the static mesh editor. And now we have a new setting called Nanite. And you can enable it. You can enable the positions and the proxy. So you can go through, change a couple of the settings right there. All right. What is your PC spec? GPU 1080 and 3090. I'll get 3090. So it's a shame that they managed to lose so much performance. With what? Did blueprints upgrade? No, blueprints are the same. We create our first blueprint right here. And there we go. Hello world. Alrighty, so thank you so much for joining this stream. Right now we are in Unreal Engine 5. This was my first impressions of Unreal Engine 5. So far, I'd say it's absolutely amazing. It's leagues better than Unreal Engine 4. The best improvement so far is with the UI. The UI is streamlined, and the UI reminds me of Blender's UI. I remember when they upgraded Blender from 2.7 2.8, I was upset. I was like, what is this? I don't know what's happening. But then I realized that it's just a better user interface. This user interface is just so much better than Unreal Engine 4. Like, Unreal Engine 4, all those icons were way too big, so it's so much better. Now they hide Content Browser with control space. You can bring it up and back. But if you like Content Browser where it was beforehand, you can click in Dock and Layout. And the Content Browser will remain in right here. So I'll just click out of that. Also, looks like they have the console command just directly in the bottom there. So you can go quickly like r.raytracing, find your console commands quickly, and see what comes up. So this is amazing, and I will be coming back later on within the stream. We're going to go over some more and by the end of tonight, I will have the actual content, the example that they have completely downloaded. We will dissect everything. And also, I have just released for this day only and for the next day, the Unreal Masterclass. So the price is $197 and everything will be dropped tomorrow, but the price will raise to $257 or higher. Keep in mind this is an early access, so the price will keep on raising up. I go over some of the fundamentals and specifically a big emphasis on blueprint programming. I go over a lot of blueprints. There's like 6-7 hours right now. Keep in mind, we're going to keep on increasing. We're around 15 hours right now in the course and it's growing. But we will keep on adding more and more content. Everything will be updated to Unreal Engine 5. And yeah, we just go over some of the fundamentals and really dive deep into understanding how Unreal Engine works on a fundamental level. That's how you're not a slave to templates. Since one thing that I hate is that if you download a template from the asset pack, from the content, and then you just don't understand what is happening. So it's always good to be able to just sit down in Unreal Engine, just create your own thing from complete scratch. And you get it right now on unrealsenseiacademy.com/masterclass. Right now, the videos are locked. So the videos will be releasing tomorrow, but you can buy for $197. Also, do not worry. This channel will not be pay to win. My best content will always be on my channel. And I shouldn't be saying that since I am trying to sell you the masterclass, but the masterclass is just something extra just so you can take your skills to the next level. But best content, everything will be on my channel. And since Unreal Engine 5 just dropped, here's the alpha, expect new videos every single day. So as much videos as possible, I will try to get out. Is it for Unreal Engine 5? Yes, everything is being updated on Unreal Engine 5. Everything is being updated. Can you put camera actor preview in second monitor? Yes, yeah, you probably can. I imagine you can. Which is the best architectural? So I'll just answer some questions right now. Thank you. So I'll answer some questions and then I'll cut the stream off. So we've had so we have 1,000 viewers right now. So welcome to the stream. And we'll cut it up in 5 minutes and then I'll download the content and we'll bring the stream back tomorrow at 7 or tonight at 7 p.m. around 7 p.m. PST. So thank you everyone for joining. Can we use this on M1 Mac? Most likely yes. And the M1 chip on the Mac is very good. Can you have a larger landscape now? It's a cap on 2020 square kilometers gone. I believe so. If you look at the video that they have, and we will find this out tonight when I go over the example project that they have, is that they have a new way of streaming in different levels. So it will automatically isolate your level into different sections, which is great for open worlds. And that's pretty much. How much of an improvement should UE5 be for ArcViz? Not that much. Honestly, not that much. If you're using ArcViz, number one, why would you use lumens? Because you might as well just bake all your lighting to begin with. Because bake lighting will always be better than anything real-time lighting can give you, since it ray traces everything before the scene is rendered. So no, and then also, especially for like nanite, I don't know, unless you're doing an outdoor scene, if you're doing an interior design of architectural visualization, I don't understand why you would really need nanite. Because what are the walls? The walls are 4 vertices. Don't use nanite on a wall that's 4 vertices. Is packaging for mobile still similar to UE4? Probably, most likely. Do you think lumens will replace GPU light mask baking? No, it will not. Light mask baking is here to stay. Bake lighting is here to stay. And as I said with architectural visualization, it won't change architectural visualization that much, because you'll still be using your baked lighting. So no, it will not replace it. What happened to LODs? LODs still exist, but they're not going to be used for. But nanite is specifically used for static meshes. LODs will exist on our skeletal meshes, so people like him, and our foliage, so the foliage right here. Also, if you're wondering what the scene is, this is a scene I use within the Unreal Sensei Masterclass, link in the description. And I use this scene to go over how to use Niagara and create this little fire effect you see right there. Do you like me? Yeah, I like your Skizzy EO. I like your profile. Darth Vader's a vibe. Yes, welcome to Unreal Engine 5, Pepe. Thank you. Which processor do you use? i7. Alrighty. I don't see in your course teaching some animation aspect or movie aspect. Yeah, I mean, I don't go over how to animate characters, but I do go over with the course. Unreal Sensei Academy.com/sign up. Also, please email me if there's anything wrong with the sign up. This is still in early beta. It's not sign up. It's /masterclass. Down here, advanced animation and realistic rendering. We go over how you can use cinematography within Unreal Engine and how to animate your cameras with Sequencer. All right. Thank you very much. We will be streaming tonight. Will you make a new beginner course on UE4? No, because UE5 is out. We'll be sticking with UE5 from now on. What are you confused? Because this is hype train, bro. Are you excited? I am very excited. Although not excited for my sleep schedule, since I will be getting 0 sleep as we work on Unreal Engine. How about the water system? I don't know. I haven't played with the landmass water plugin that much. Is there no more build button with Lumen? Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so oh, I get it. They moved the build button to, I believe. So let's go into. So if you want to build your lighting again, I believe it's only available for GPU light mask. So the build button is hidden within the GPU light mask plugin. So they got rid of CPU light mask building, and that was what the build button was. When you click the build button right here, it would build your lighting on the CPU. But that makes zero sense. Why would you build your lighting on the CPU? GPUs exist. They used the same idea, the same structure that they had all the way back in UE3. I remember building lighting with Swarm Agent in UE3. That was old technology. So they updated everything to GPU light mask. I have a tutorial on my channel that goes over GPU light mask. And you get the build button back within the GPU light mask. So make sure you enable that if you want to make sure you want to still build your lighting within Unreal Engine 5. Built lighting is not going anywhere. Lumens will not replace built lighting. In the menu bar, what's that? What? Oh, no, that's a play button. Between UE4, there is no difference. All right. Thank you very much. Everyone, come back here. And do you need RTX card for building lighting? A GTX 1080 and above. How about AMD GPU support? Not yet. Not yet for built-in lighting. From what I know, they will eventually add it in. So, okay. So everyone, thank you very much. Have a nice one. We are ending the stream.